Hello everyone. So it's day 4 of decimals. Okay. So today we will do one more type of division, that is division of a decimal by a decimal. In this case we will have divisor is also in decimal form. So see how we will do this. Let's consider the question. First question is this. See, first we will write the question in decimal form. Okay, and then we will remove the decimal. How we will remove the decimal? See, I have 3 decimal places in the numerator. Okay, so I will put as many zeros in the denominator as there are decimal places. So there are 3 decimal places. I will put 3 zeros in the denominator and remove the decimal. In the denominator I have 2 decimal places, so I will add 2 zeros, okay, and remove this decimal. Now we can crisscross this zeros. So finally I have 5160, because 516 times 10 is 5160. Now we can simply divide it. 5160 by 10836. Okay. Now divide it, simply divide it. So it will be divided by 10320. Let's divide it more. Yeah, so it will be goes on to 10320. So okay, 516. Okay, so that will be the remainder, and the quotient is 2. Simply I have 2 as the quotient and the remainder is 516. Hope this is clear to you. Let's move to the next question, which is 3.84 and divide it by 2.16. Sorry, 0.24. 0.24. So what I will do, first I will write in the division form. Okay, then I will remove the decimal by writing as many zeros as there are decimal places. So there are 2 decimal places, I will write 2 zeros, and there are 2 decimal places, I will write 2 zeros. This 200 will be crisscrossed by 100 whole. Okay, then divide it. 24 by 384. So 24 times 1 is 24. Okay, now 24 times 6 is 144. So 24 times 6 is 144. So I have quotient as 16 and remainder as 0. In this way you can divide. Simply you just have to remove the decimals. Okay, nothing else you need to do. So let's move to question number 3. .1 and you have to divide it by 3.1. Okay, so first write in division form. Okay, and then remove the decimal by writing as many zeros. So 10, okay, because it has 1 decimal place, and 10 is here because it has 1 decimal place. Now we can crisscross 10. Okay, now divide 4061 by 31. So, okay, write down the table of 31, 62, then 93. Okay, so 31 times 3 is 93. Okay, then 3 will be the remainder, and then 1, sorry, 31 times 31 is 31 times 1 is 31. Okay, so we had quotient is equal to 131 and remainder is equal to 0. In this way you can solve all the questions. Let's do number 4. 8.64 and you have to divide it by 0.24. Okay, so first write in decimal form, okay, and then remove the decimals by writing zeros, okay, then crisscross zeros, okay. Now divide 24 by 864, okay, write down the table of 24 also for the help. So 24 times 3 is 72 first, 4, and then drop down this 4, okay. Now 24 times 1 is 24, okay. So 31, okay. Now the quotient is 31 and your remainder is 2, 0, okay. If you want to continue this question up to decimal places, okay, then we can solve it further, okay. How? See, now I have 20 as a remainder, okay, and now I have nothing to drop down. So how I will continue this question? I will add 0 in the remainder and put a decimal point here, okay. Now I will continue dividing it, okay. Let's write the table of 24 first. Okay, so 200. So it will be divided on 8. 24 times 8 is 192. Okay, now the remainder is 8. After decimal, you can add as many zeros in the remainder. Okay, now no need to put any decimal here. So 80 will be divided by 3. 24 times 3 is 72. Okay, now 8 is the remainder again. Okay. So again 3, okay. So now I'm getting the same remainder every time. So I will leave my quotient here. In that case, quotient will be 31.83 if you want up to 2 decimal places. Hope this thing is clear to you. So let's do next question. So the next question is 7.55 and you have to divide it by 0.0005. So first remove the decimal, write in decimal form and then remove the decimal. It has 2 decimal places, so write 100 here and remove the decimal. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, so write 4 zeros. Okay, now crisscross 2 zeros. Okay, so I have 755 by 5 and times 100. Okay, that means 755 double 0 and you have to divide it by 5. Okay, now let's divide. So 5 times 1 is 5. Okay, now drop down this 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Drop down this 5. 5 times 1 is 5. Drop down this 0. 5 times 0 is 0. Again drop down this 0. 5 times 0 is 0 again. Okay, so we have quotient is equal to 15100 and remainder is equal to 0. In this way you can solve all the questions. Okay, let's do the last question, which is 0.0102 and you have to divide it by 0.17. Okay, so let's divide 0.012 and divide it by 0.17. Okay, so write 100 here because it has 2 decimal places and 1, 2, 3, 4. 10,000 here because it has 4 decimal places. So crisscross 2 zeros. Okay, and we can write 00102 as 102 and we can write 017 as 70. Okay, so we can crisscross 2 zeros. So 1 by 100 is here. Okay, now here you can do 2 things. Okay, can either write it as this, okay, or you can divide 17 by 102, okay, and then shift your decimal place up to 2 decimal places to the left, because we still have to divide it by 100 also, okay. So if you know the table of 17, then you can divide. If you don't know the table of 17, then you can write here, okay. So 17 times 6 is 102. That means quotient is 6. We still have to divide it by 100. So we will shift our, see, in the whole part, when we have whole number, decimal is always here. Okay. Now I have to shift my decimal up to 2 places to the left. So 1 place is here, add 1 more place. So 0.06 will be the quotient. Hope this thing is clear to you. Let's do the next question. Next question is, when you have to divide a whole number by a decimal number, that means only the divisor is in the decimal form. Division of a whole number by decimal number. Okay, so first part is 5 by 0.125. The best way of doing this question is to remove the decimal. Okay, so now dividend don't have any decimal point. Okay, so this has decimal, this has 3 decimal places, so write 3 zeros here, okay, and we can write 0125 as 125. Now I have 5000 and you have to divide it by 125. Now you can simply divide it, okay. So write down the table of 125. Okay. So take 3 digits first. 125 times 5 is 500. Now drop down 1 0. So 125 times 0 is 0. So now the quotient we have is 50 and the remainder we have is 0. This is the answer. Take the next question. You have to clear with the concept. If you have to clear with the concept, then you can easily divide it. Division is simple. Divide it by 1.244. So write in decimal form first, then remove the decimals. Okay, 3 decimal places it has, so 3 zeros, put 3 zeros. Okay, so 622,000 and you have to divide it by 1244. Okay, so yes, let's divide 1244, divide it by, okay, write down the table of 1244. Take 4 digits first. Okay, so we have to write more table. So it will goes on 1244 times 5. That will be 5220. So 1000 will be the remainder. Now it has 10,000. Write more table. Okay, so it will be divided by 6, 7, 8. 8 times 8, 9, 7, 2. So 10 times 10 minus 2 is 8. 9. Here is 9, here is 9 and here is 0. Now 9 minus 7 is 2, 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 8 is 1. Okay, then drop down this 0. Okay, then 9 times 10196. Okay, now subtract it. 10 minus 6 is 4, 17 minus 9 is 8, 1 minus 1 is 0. So we can write quotient is 589 and remainder is 84. Hope it is clear to you. Next and the last topic, which is very important topic, that is conversions of fractions to decimals. So, question number 3 is conversions of fractions into decimals. So, let's consider a question. First question is 3 by 4. So, the method of converting fractions into decimal is you have to convert denominator in multiples of 10. That will be 10, 100, 1000. Okay. So, you have to multiply this fractional number with a same number so that you will get multiples of 10 in denominator. Okay. Let's see. See, when I multiply, yes, when I multiply this number by 25, okay, as I know that 25 times 4 is 100 and 25 times 3 is 75. So why I am doing this? Because I want multiples of 10 in denominator. Multiples of 10 means 10, 100, 200, only this time. Okay. I want this in denominator. In this way, I can easily convert this fraction into decimals. How? See, now I know that as we did basics of decimals, as I know that it has 2 zeros in the denominator, so I can write as 0.75 as decimal number. Okay, so that's why I need to do this. Okay, multiply the fractional number with the same number, and that number should be how you choose that number. Number should be of that type so that you will get multiples of 10 in denominator. Let's do some more question. See, question is 5 by 8. See, I know that 125 times 8. See, 125 times 8 is 1000. Okay, so I will multiply this fraction by 125. Okay, so 125 times 8 is 1000 and 125 times 5 is 625. Now I can easily write in fractional form 0.625 because it has 3 decimal places, and so I will write decimal before 3 digits. Okay, in this way I can do these questions. So next is 129 by 4. As I know that 25 times 4 is 100. So I can write as, now multiply 129 by 25. So 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 2 is 10, 40. 5 times 1 is 5, 6. Okay. 9 times 2 is 18. 2 times 2 is 4, 5. 2 times 1 is 2. So I have 3225. Okay, so it has two zeros. Put decimal point before two digits. So 32.25 will be the answer. Let's consider a mixed fractional number. That is 8 whole 1 by 25. See, I have 8 in the whole part. Okay, in this question I have 8 in the whole part. So I need to convert 1 by 25 in decimal form. So I will convert 1 by 25 in decimal form. How? By multiplying the fraction with the same number. So 25 times 4 is 100 and 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, so it has two zeros. So put a decimal point before two digits. That is this. Okay, so now how I will write its answer? See, in the whole part I will write 8 because it is already given. So 8.04 will be the answer. It is very important. 8.04 is the answer. Hope this thing is clear too. Let's take one more example of mixed fractions. It is 18 whole 3 by 5. So in the whole part I have given 18. Okay. So I need to convert this fractional number. Okay. As I know that 5 times 2 is 10. So 5 times 20 is 100. Okay. Yes. So I can convert this into decimal 0.60 and I already given the whole part. So 18.60 is the answer. In this way you can convert fractions into decimals. So with this I am going to close the session of day 4. Hope these are clear to you.